Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Y&R Spoilers Weekly Update September 8th to 12th, Mariah confesses, Sally's moral dilemma, Jack's advice. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for the week of September 8, 2025. Fans can expect Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, to make a confession. Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? However, will it be the full truth? Meanwhile, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, faces a moral dilemma. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Mariah Copeland confesses. Let's start off with the most interesting spoiler. It happens to center around Mariah and her secret. It is stated that she will finally make a confession. However, making a confession and telling the whole truth can be two different things. So, I wonder what Mariah will admit to, and if it will give viewers some answers as well. Is Mariah a danger to her family, or did the elderly man, Michael Swan, trigger something in her? Sally Spectra's moral dilemma. Over with Sally, she will face a moral dilemma. Sally does have the ability to take over Abbott Communications if she starts to question Billy Abbott's, Jason Thompson, decisions. What is this? The redhead is already worried about Billy. That will intensify as she shows up to an empty party with Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, delivering a bombshell. Sally might get some advice from Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. In fact, Jack gets a cryptic message sometime this week, so that could be from Sally. Sally Spectra's moral dilemma. Sally Spectra has always been one of the most polarizing characters in the soap world, a woman who came onto the canvas as a fiery redhead with ambition coursing through her veins and an unapologetic drive to succeed, no matter the cost. On The Young and the Restless, she has reinvented herself time and again, surviving betrayals, heartbreak, and devastating losses, all while fighting for her place in Genoa City's cutthroat business and romantic landscape. But now, Sally stands at a crossroads where her heart and her ambition collide, leaving her facing a moral dilemma that could reshape not only her future but also the future of those closest to her. This isn't just another storyline for fans, it's the kind of moral struggle that defines a character's legacy. Sally Spectra's dilemma comes down to love, ambition, and truth. The woman who built her reputation on clever lies and schemes now finds herself torn between wanting to live as her most authentic self and fearing that her past manipulations will come back to haunt her if she makes the wrong move. For Sally, this dilemma isn't simply about right and wrong, it's about survival, reputation, and the fragile trust she has worked so hard to rebuild. Sally's journey in Genoa City has been anything but smooth. She started off desperate to make her mark in the fashion world, and in true Spectra fashion, she leaned into deception when things got tough. Fake illnesses, manipulations, and schemes all became part of her arsenal, and though they often gave her temporary gains, they also cost her the one thing she craved most, respect. Over time, Sally began to rebuild her image, showing more vulnerability, opening her heart, and demonstrating a softer, more genuine side. Yet even as she tried to shed her past, temptations to slip back into old patterns always seemed to linger around her. That push and pull between her better instincts and her Spectra survival mode is at the center of her moral dilemma. When it comes to matters of the heart, Sally has been pulled in more directions than almost any other character on the canvas. Her romance with Adam Newman ignited a fiery passion but also exposed her to heartbreak and mistrust. Adam represented danger, unpredictability, and a reflection of her own flaws, yet he also showed her unconditional acceptance at times when she most needed it. On the other hand, Nick Newman brought her a sense of stability, kindness, and the possibility of a more grounded future. Choosing between the two Newman brothers has often symbolized Sally's inner war. Does she lean into the risky fire of Adam or the steady warmth of Nick? Both men have touched her deeply, but each represents a path that could either heal or destroy her. Sally's moral dilemma comes into sharp focus when she realizes that her choices don't just impact her own happiness, they could fracture the delicate balance of the Newman family and drag her back into the drama she desperately wanted to escape. But love is only part of her struggle. Sally's professional world adds another layer of complexity to her story. In the world of fashion and design, ambition is essential, but ambition without integrity can destroy reputations in an instant. Sally has tried to prove that she has the talent to stand shoulder to shoulder with Genoa City's most powerful players. Yet temptation always lurks, whether it's cutting corners, making risky partnerships, or keeping secrets that could explode if revealed. Her dilemma is clear: if she chooses the path of ruthless ambition, she risks alienating those who finally began to see her in a different light. If she chooses honesty and integrity, she risks losing opportunities to competitors who won't hesitate to play dirty. For someone like Sally, who has already fought tooth and nail to be taken seriously, the stakes could not be higher. Another layer of her moral dilemma stems from her grief. The tragic loss of her baby shattered Sally's heart and left scars that have not fully healed. That grief continues to influence her choices, sometimes pushing her toward reckless behavior, sometimes softening her in unexpected ways. She struggles with guilt, with what-ifs, and with the fear that she may never fully recover from the pain. This grief has also affected her relationships, creating distance and misunderstandings. In her most vulnerable moments, Sally questions whether she even deserves happiness after all the mistakes she's made. Her moral dilemma isn't just about external decisions, it's also about how she forgives herself and whether she allows herself to move forward without being chained to the past. Sally's critics often argue that she thrives on chaos, but her supporters point out that she's resilient in a way few others can match. Every time she's been knocked down, she has found a way to rise again. That resilience is both her greatest strength and her greatest curse. It means she has the power to survive anything, but it also means she may never learn to walk away from toxic situations. Her dilemma, then, becomes whether she can break the cycle of repeating old mistakes or if she's destined to keep reliving them. This ongoing struggle is what makes Sally such a compelling figure. Viewers are drawn to her not because she's perfect but because she is deeply human, flawed, and constantly searching for redemption. The Newman brothers aren't the only ones affected by Sally's choices. Characters like Chloe Mitchell, who has been both a partner and a friend, also find themselves pulled into Sally's orbit. Chloe has seen firsthand the highs and lows of Sally's personality, and their partnership has often been tested by Sally's willingness to take risks. If Sally leans too far into ambition, she could jeopardize their friendship and professional collaboration. If she pulls back, she might lose her competitive edge. These ripple effects extend even further, into Newman Enterprises, into the Abbott family through her connections, and into Genoa City's broader social fabric. Sally's decisions could have consequences far beyond her own immediate circle. What makes Sally's moral dilemma even more fascinating is that the audience is never entirely sure which version of Sally will show up in any given moment. Will it be the calculating, scheming Sally who stops at nothing to get ahead? Will it be the vulnerable, heartbroken Sally who just wants to be loved? Or will it be the reinvented Sally who finally learns how to balance ambition with integrity? Each possibility is believable because each is rooted in her complex history. That unpredictability keeps fans invested and sparks endless debate among viewers about what she should do next. In soap operas, moral dilemmas are the lifeblood of storytelling, and Sally's current struggle is a prime example of how these narratives keep audiences hooked. For Sally, there are no easy answers. Every choice has consequences, and every consequence could open new doors or close them forever. Whether she chooses love over ambition, honesty over deception, or healing over pain, her journey will continue to captivate fans who have come to see her as one of the most layered characters on the canvas. Ultimately, Sally Spectra's moral dilemma is about more than just choosing between two men or two career paths. It's about identity. It's about whether she can finally embrace her authentic self without fear, without lies, and without losing the fire that makes her unforgettable. For Sally, the stakes couldn't be higher, and the choices she makes in the coming chapters of her story will define her legacy in Genoa City. Will she rise above her past, or will she once again be consumed by it? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Sally's moral dilemma will keep fans glued to their screens, rooting for her, questioning her, and wondering what she'll do next. Week of September 8, 2025. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of September 8 reveal that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, drops a bomb on Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron. While he seemed like he was defending Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, Victor was really making the situation worse. He hinted about that secret deal so Claire would demand more answers from her boyfriend. Victor knows what he's doing, I'll give him that much. As for Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, she exchanges threats with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. It sounds like the true criminal is Audra, as Holden is pretty confident he'll just go on with his life. Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, warns Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Later, Nick shares a secret with Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. By Friday, Victor and Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, settle unfinished business. Meanwhile, Kane makes a new alliance. Plus, Phyllis ends up taking control. I'm not sure if Phyllis taking control is a good or bad thing. With her, things tend to get out of control quickly, so stay tuned. What is this? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of September 8, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next.